Then the only question is how long. It's great to be with you. Just a year ago, this past Tuesday, I was flying out of Chestnut, Moldova, after having been in Ukraine for the Ukrainian Orthodox Easter season, and having an opportunity to go from Lviv to Kyiv and Bucha, Irpin, and then ultimately down to Odessa, and then a quick drive after the missiles stopped coming to Moldova to fly out the next day. So it's with great interest that I come today with that part of the world that's going on. And I appreciate the fact of Romania and your stand in support of freedom and sovereignty and against Putin. In Moldova, we stand and encourage continued support to make sure that Moldova is not run over as well. But for those of you that live here in the United States and provide some special assets to this country because of your efforts in business and industry and transportation, I want to say thank you. The United States is great as a country because of its people. And its people are people that came from all over the world with a common desire for freedom and opportunity. And that's the challenge that I have as a member of Congress and our body as members of Congress to continue the tradition that is the way of life of liberty, opportunity, responsibility, and accountability. With all of that in place, we can succeed. And so I would say to you, if you have ideas to assist us in the transportation area, for instance, which is so challenged right now, with logistics, with supply chain challenges coming from not only COVID and the pandemic that went on, and I think we've learned, and hopefully the world has learned, it's never good to shut down the world. It's never good to back off for a lengthy period of time from something that is a challenge, like COVID and the pandemic, but to close the world down, it only adds more problems to come. So to have the ability for drivers, for transportation companies, to begin to put our country back in place, to get goods, services, products, component parts to businesses all around this country in order to build, to create, to export, to bring in products, all of that is important. So any means by which we can achieve further success, doing it legally, doing it within the confines of regulations that are in place, but cutting as much unnecessary red tape as possible, I'm all for. And so thank you for giving me an opportunity to just say hello to you. My good friend Benoni always gets me involved with something. Brings me to places that can support your part of the world as well as our part of the world. Benoni has almost been made a special member of the U.S. Congress prayer caucus that meets every Thursday. This morning we met again. And we pray for the world. We pray for Romania, Moldova, Ukraine, and all around, because we know that ultimately the same principles that have been put into our being from our Creator, who doesn't speak one language, who understands all languages in all situations, and weeps for some of the problems going on and rejoices for some of the blessings that take place. We have that opportunity as a body of people around the world that are committed to some of the same priorities and principles. So any way that we can be an asset to you and your endeavors, any way we can be of support to your countries for freedom and opportunity, I, for one, as a member of Congress, make my commitment. I have a plane that will be leaving shortly, heading back to Detroit, Michigan. And my wife will be waiting for me, I hope, That was the plan, to bring me home. But I wish you all the best in these meetings here.